Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? And welcome to Philly Talk. We appreciate y'all coming in. Sorry we was a little late. We had to try to get some things squared away in the background, but we are here and we are here right now. Hopefully y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. We appreciate y'all. This is going to be a tough one from I'm going to say for all three of us, but because I'm quite sure. And we get ready to get into something that I have been trying to avoid. That's the best way I can put it. I tried to avoid it. But before I get into what I want to, I get Ant and I give Duke a chance to kind of get their perspective of where we getting ready to go with this. We appreciate y'all. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. But most of all, stay in for the whole show. I don't care if you don't like. I don't care if you don't subscribe. Please stay in for the whole show because this one right here is a very important show, and you're gonna probably want to be a part of this. But Ant, I'll let you go, and then Duke, I'll let you go, and then we'll go from there, brother.
Welcome everyone to Philly Talk. Um, what we here today is to talk about a dear friend of ours was involved with a gruesome murder where domestic violence that happened at the home. We don't know as to what aspects led up to her being taken out. And this, like I said, the story from us is coming from grade school. Our feelings is coming up from grade school. So, if y'all could bear with us, we're gonna have probably about 2 to 3 part series of it, explaining and expressing ourselves and deep concern as to what happened because it's such a dear friend, and we just know it needs to be talked about, and that's why I was just taking a 3 part series. And like I said, even with Ronnie and as well as Duke, it's going to be hard for us, but we were brothers growing up, and we brothers that will get us through this to take care of our sister and our sister's child. So y'all bear with us, and we'll give y'all the rest of the story. Next up is Duke DBS.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, this gonna be a tough one. So we're gonna fumble a little bit. It's gonna be uh a little bit trying at different times, but we to deliver the message, to make sure that the message is delivered. We're gonna push each other through it. We're gonna pull each other through it. We're gonna carry each other through it. You know, because we grew up as a team. You know what I'm saying, and we still a team. So uh, we just want to express that.
Yes, appreciate it, appreciate it. Yeah, this one is gonna be a hard, tough one for us. Um, Jay in a little bit is going to put up a story, and although the situation is very tragic, that's why I said you guys are gonna want to stay in for this. The real reason, purpose behind what we're talking about is because we want to bring help to the daughter. Um, there's a trip, an opportunity of a lifetime that's coming up, and we're gonna need financial help to get her there. But we want to lay the groundwork of why we decided to go this route and tell this story, even though it's going to be tough for us. Because um, you know what, I'm not going to say more. I'm gonna pull myself out the way for now, and then I'm gonna let Jay um, run the news report for a little while, and then Jay, I'll let you know when stop it, and then we can go from there.
Thanks for staying up late with us here on The Factor Uncensored. First up on The Factor and only on The Factor, the Simpson family is simply put damn right pissed off and angry. It's been more than a month since the death of their loved one, Robin Simpson. Her husband, Michael Simpson Jr., is accused of brutally murdering her in front of their 8-year-old daughter here in Houston. Simpson is accused of stabbing Robin more than 100 times and mutilating her body beyond recognition. Family members say even cutting out, get this, her heart and her brain. Simpson was arrested and remains in jail in lieu of a $340,000 bond. All he needs to pay to get out is $34,000, the standard 10%. That is what's frightening to this family. I spoke with them today from their homes in Philadelphia.
Yeah, you can stop it there. We'll come back to some of that later. But for me, and I know my brothers are going to emphasize this, and I know people might think to themselves that, you know what, this is tragic, but this is another person that just happened, and it's kind of like, you don't understand. And I'm gonna talk about where I'm at with this. Is that she was my next door neighbor. She was my sister, maybe not by blood, but she was my sister. And I'm saying that because these are my brothers, and we all feel the same way when it comes to that part. And we live right beside each other for years. We grew up beside each other. And this should not happen to a person like that. In no way, shape, or form. And the reason why I really always try to avoid this, because for me personally, there's something that rises up in me and a level of anger that comes out of me. Because I knew that she did. I can't count how many times I knew that she wanted to be a wife. And I can get into a lot of stuff, but I knew she wanted to be a wife. Like, some women want to get married. I get that part. She didn't want to get married. She wanted to be a wife. Of course, you got to get married to become a wife. But I'm emphasizing the difference between somebody just wanting to be married for the title of, oh, I got married, and somebody wanting to be a wife, to be good to someone, a man or a husband, when they get them. So there's a big difference. And I always knew she wanted to be a wife. She wanted to be a wife to a man, a good man. And she wanted a good man to be a good husband to her. And for someone to do something so tragic, and I don't want to emphasize so much on that because it's more so about her daughter, but we will get into that because there's a fundraiser for her daughter. But before I go too far, I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna let one of y'all take over for a little while. And I'm gonna be silent for a little bit because I gotta take a breath because I know this is gonna be hard for me. But it's up to one of y'all. Do and
Yeah. I mean, Duke, I can let you go too if you choose, or it doesn't really matter. You got order.
Yeah, I mean, so Ronnie talked about living next door to her, but like the distance probably was slim to all of us because no matter what, like it was like those steps was our hangout spot. So we could all if we lived next door like Ronnie, we basically lived on the steps. So that's how close we were. That's how close knit we were. We went to grade school and high school together. So it was people say tragic. It probably was worse than it was worse than that for us. Not just because of who we lost, but because we knew what we lost also in the process. And we knew what the world would be deprived of without her. Like not just us in a selfish manner, but like all her friends, all her family would be deprived of. She was a great motivator. Um,
Yes.
and like goals, you couldn't talk to her about your goals without her pushing you towards them in some manner. Um,
Yep.
so uh, if you like the bowl, she was putting you in a bowling league. If you like music, she was bringing you to Washington D.C. to let your artist perform in a concert for uh, the public school systems across the country. Um, it wasn't a problem to repost or post, or I'm talking about before social media was even big. She was the person that was running around telling people how good of a friend you were, you know, or how good of a person you were. So it was way before reposts. You know what I'm saying? So the reposts was nothing. In fact, I remember being in the rap group Word of Mouth, and they had a stage. The Deltas had a stage up on up Fairmount Park for Greek picnic weekend, and she allowed us to perform on their stage that weekend, and it was, but just because of not just it wasn't about any recognition to her. She just wanted us to have opportunity to be recognized. Like it wasn't like our name was ringing bells across the country. So so her putting
Right.
up stuff on the stage wasn't going to bring a million people to the stage or nothing like that. But her putting us up on the stage, she knew it would give us an opportunity to be in front of some people that matter. So I mean, of course, if you know anything about the Deltas, they matter. You know, so it's tough. Um, Ronnie talked about how a person like that shouldn't have to endure that kind of end of life. Um, and we totally agree. Like, truth be told, I mean, he didn't touch on it, but we wanted to pack up the cars. Like, we didn't know how to react. It was the initial reaction was something different than where we are right now. So right now, we would like to be able to be in position to bring awareness um, about this situation, but technically about domestic violence um, in its own right. But what happens after that, and who's around to help the people that survive those things, and how do we continuously? Because the first day, the first week, the first month, the first year is easy, you know what I'm saying? But that continuous thing, because sometimes there are minors involved and they need continuous support. So, and that's basically what we're here for today. I'm sorry if I was long-winded, Ant. You could take it from there.
Yeah. I probably should have took it before you did because I was a little bit better, but I gave it to you. But um yeah, as he said, you know, we all had children, before Robin did. Uh and y'all know how Robin felt about children, about the young and the youth. She was actually, I can't remember the position she held up at Gratz High School, but I know it was like counseling or something like that. And it was like it was in her blood to be that type of person for people. You know what I mean? Excuse me. As y'all said, whatever you was about, she was strongly for it, making sure that you researched it. Do you know what you doing? Do you know where this could take you? You know what I mean? She kind of balanced and challenged you on things that you said. It was like that type of sister, that type of person. She
Yes.
commended on how she watched us, how we were with our children. So to think of how horrific that happened to leave her daughter and her daughter not knowing the type of men that we were in her life other than her father being in her life at such a distance is not understanding like her her mom had men that loved her, liked her, and would have never done and protected even her, not even knowing, just knowing, and I don't know if we allowed to even say what his name, Robin's daughter's name, but it needed to allow to, to be there for her. And, we doing this right now is to raise the funds for her to take a trip, but we are as brothers also plan to do something else from us just being the brothers of her to continue to go. And like you said, you would never understand like what that child is going through. Like you can imagine what she's thinking about a father, not so much a mother, but how her father, a man, took her mother away. I remember talking to her while she was with her daughter. And to hear Robin now, it's crazy because growing up, we were like having our kids, telling our kids, be quiet, I'm on the phone. You don't need to do this, do that. Oh yeah. All right, hold on for a minute, Robin. And she laughing and talking, and and now the tables is turned. And I'm like, my kids are grown and she's talking to her daughter, and her daughter's just talking about the house and just going on. And you want your daughter to be quiet, but your daughter just ain't being quiet. She's just going on and on. And I said, Robin, that is you. You know what I'm saying? You trying to tell you to shut up? Come on. And we laughed about it. I was in the hospital from a surgery that, again, he said she was a cheerleader. I felt all broken up. They did a real serious surgery from my C2, which anything over above C3 becomes neurological. So they got to go from my C2 to my T3. I'm feeling like Frankenstein out of the, oh man, jeez, bro. I'm feeling like Frankenstein sitting up. And, everybody used to call me Big Ant, and I lost weight. It got to be a joke, Big Petite. It's what she used to call me. So when I turned around and lost weight, she said, we can't call you Big Ant no more. You Big Petite. So that was our joke, BP. Your mom's was Steve B was Chocolate Bunny. So when I got done the surgery, I'm sitting in the chair and she's like, oh, look at you. You look good. And I'm like, I'm feeling just broken up. And she's sitting there telling me I look good. And I'm sitting in the chair, stitched all up, like, I guess, what I'm saying? She spoke about coming home for her 50th birthday party. Now, I'm in the hospital. I got released, I believe it was October 17th, 19th. I was fighting my disability. And October 31st, the night of Halloween, I think I had just gotten information that I was supposed to get my disability, and I was like, willing to tell her, because she was there for me if, my wife passed away. She tried to be there. She never got the opportunity to meet my wife. But she came up in between that time, and we had a really good time. We went and got a cheesesteak, just joked and laughed, and just had a ball. And then here the following year, this is happening. I go to surgery, and then now this and that. I didn't even get a chance to tell her that, hey, I got my disability, and I get the phone call from Ronnie, listen, we geared up to be like, oh, she about to have this 50th birthday party. She coming to Philly. We just going to enjoy ourselves. I just was like, just that all waiting. And when Ronnie called me, he gave me the call, and I'm in the market. And my day was just feeling like, I'm telling y'all, I felt so good. And he said, Ant, where you at? I said, him the story. He said, man, I'm gonna tell you this before it get to you. He said, and I hate to tell you this, but Robin was killed from her husband. Ooh, shit, excuse me. When he told me that, I'm in the store like shocked. And I had to leave my daughter at the register and go to the window, just walk outside because I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Like, you sure what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And, I had been talking to her a lot more than him at the time. So it was really like, Ron, I just got finished talking to her. She's about to have a 50th birthday party. And, I couldn't take it. And then I couldn't take the story to hear the story. So it took me like another, 4 months to actually hear the story out because I don't even remember that girl arguing with nobody. I don't remember that girl fighting with nobody. We lived in North Philly. You know what I'm saying? I know if we go to talk, you with your peoples, you might be like, yeah, I mean, then you know what I'm saying? You with your record ain't like that. She'd be like, boy, if you don't stop talking like that, like you got sense, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, man. Ooh. Y'all just don't know how special of a cheerleader. She got the Eagles jersey on, but she had our jersey on, man. Like we had family like with us, man. And y'all just don't understand. They think that somebody horrifically did that to her, man. And like he said, any of us don't care what part of our life we was at. We was really ready to pack up and go down there and kind of lose our senses in our life to turn around and do that. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all be next, man. I can't even go on, man. Y'all know she.
Let me explain. And here's the thing, man. Being a person that I always tell, and my family members know me for this is that I'm laid back. I'm very laid back and stuff like that. And if somebody need me, I'm there. So I try to be there if I can be. But I pride myself on being a protector. And the hardest part for me about this is that I didn't know that this was even a probability. That something like this will happen to somebody that was so close to us. Like, I mean, and when I say close to us, like, and this is no discredit to no one, but honestly, throughout my life, I think she was the only female that I've ever heard on a regular basis tell me she was proud of me. And sometimes I would look at her like, what do you mean you're proud of me? I ain't doing nothing. Like, I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you, brother. Like, she would say it so much. It's like, I got to go do something just so she have a reason to be saying that. And I'm quite sure most of us know, like my man Duke, and I know and y'all know that was something that was regular with her. She was very intentional in her behavior. And I remember like my man Duke said one time, like how we would try to do stuff in the community to make the community better, to offer, hope and stuff like that, man. And she was always jumping in and not jumping in like, oh, I'm gonna take it over and do it. No, it just, she was like a 100% supporter of whatever it was you were trying to do, whatever it is you had in your head to do. And for me, man, the hair, it was hard for me to try to call Ant because I'm like, I know I need to call him, but I don't want to call him. I'm like, my mind is like, no, I'm hoping in my head that this is not true. Everything in me is saying, I hope this is not true. This is not true. This is not true. I don't understand this. This can't possibly be real. And for me to have to call him and try to reach out to him, and it's like everything in me. And when he said we was ready to pack up, I know if y'all read the lingo, listen, I'm going to say it. I was ready. I was like, everything in me, I was ready. When I say ready, I was ready to throw it all away just so I can have a moment. That's where I was at. Because I'm like this. I said, there's a lot of things that can happen to a lot of people. But this one right here, no. This shouldn't have never happened. It shouldn't even came close to this. And that's why it's so hard for us to fathom in our mind, like, why was somebody, such a beautiful person, inside, out, all the way around, very intentional in her way, sweet, nice, kind, never tried to embarrass you, never tried to make you feel like you was less of a person, never tried to talk down on you, none of that type of stuff. You never had that with her. She was always a genuine sister, a genuine friend, and always trying to encourage you along the way. And so for us, man, it was like when my man Duke said, we was ready to pack up, we were us. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, everything in me was like, and listen, I'm quick to let anger go. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when somebody make me mad, I'm really, really quick to just let it go and like, all right, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna let it go. But this one here, I sat in my bed talking to God so many nights, like, God, I know vengeance is yours. I know it. But can I have this one? Just this one. Just this one. Can I get this one? I was ready to say, "Oh, he got bail. All right, let me see if I can find a way to come up with that bail and let me have it." That's where I was at, because this you don't do something to somebody like this, this in her. She has so much value to the world, so much to offer the world in so many different ways. She was just such an all way around great person. Like, and we can't put in words how great of a person she was. We just can't. And that's the reason why we said we was going to do this in series, and we're going to get back into it. But if the reason why we had to do this is because there is a fund coming up. I mean, it's here already, and I believe Fat Tatula put the link to the fund in the chat. And this is an opportunity for those that are on the audience to help along the way with her daughter. I know we didn't want to mention her name, but her daughter's name is actually on the fundraiser, so we can't really do much about that. But this is where it's at. She has an opportunity for her to make it on this trip and to Africa. And so we're trying to help raise money and to get her there. And the goal is $4,549, and this is where it's at right now, as we speak. So, but we're going to get back into the story. I made it conscious, and my brothers agree with me. We really didn't want to put her daughter's face on the screen, so that's why you don't see a picture of her daughter up here. And then the other thing is, I did talk to the aunt that's taking care of her to let her know what we was going to be doing today. Not for her to come in the show and stuff like that, because I don't want to open up old wounds and stuff like that. I just let her know what we were doing to help try to raise some money, and that's why I said we're going to stay on this. But we needed to lay the background of why we're here and why we're asking for the audience help, financial, and that's real talk. Like, that's why we're asking for help. Yes, we're going to do our part. The OG Network's going to do its part in helping out whatever way we can financially, but I figure, hey, we can reach out to the audience and let them know the story and how passionate she was, how much she loved God. And I remember when I'm not going to talk. I'm going to give my brothers a chance to get back to the talk. But I remember when I used to have this black Chevy Blazer, and I came around the block one day, and she was, people were making fun of me because they was like, "Oh man, you went from gangster rap to listening to gospel," and people was like, "Oh, this and that." And I remember when I came up on the block, and she was like, "I'm so proud of you, bro." She was like, "You encouraging me like to have a better relationship with God. You're not afraid to do like you didn't care what people thought."
This game is gonna give me all the life.
And
Y'all heard it right.
And she was, we sat there for a long time and talked about our relationship with God and what God did for us and stuff like that. And she encouraged me, to keep going. And it was like, it was like, I encourage you to keep going. I mean, you encouraged me to want to walk with God and have, a stronger walk with him. She said, because, you're not afraid of what people think. And I said, I don't care what people think. They don't understand, and I don't need them to understand. It is what it is. But and she like I said, she was just such a wonderful person. Listen, if we open the floor up for people that know her personally, we'd be here for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Because when we went to her funeral, there was hundreds, if not almost 1,000 people there. And there's a lot of people that probably wanted to be there. They could not be there.
They had it at the Met. They had it at the Met. That's how big it was.
You had to have it at the Met.
They had to have it at the Met.
And when Jay put up, but the reason why we had to lay the ground for this story, because I want y'all to understand how important this is to us. And I'm praying that we be able to raise enough money for her daughter to be able to, because this daughter, of course, she lost both parents. She lost one parent when he decided that when he made up in his mind that he was going to do what he was going to do. She already lost that parent. The jail didn't take him away. The jail didn't even do that. He lost it. She lost that parent when he made that up in his mind that he was going to do what he was going to do. And so she already lost that parent. And I can't even refer to him as a parent at this point. He don't have no children. He ain't had no children. I don't have no respect for that person. I don't care. I mean, and that's where I'm at with that. But so we just asked for the help. And like I said, I could go on every day for a long time. I'm gonna give the floor back to one of my brothers, whatever one wants to take it over. Give me a moment. And
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna piggyback off of a little bit what Ronnie said, because I don't want to get it misunderstood when we talk about packing up. Yes, we was ready to ride out, but the reason we are here, the reason why we are here right now is a testament to her, because we had to weigh what she would want for us also. It wasn't just about
right,
us and how we wanted to react to something at the time, because emotionally how we wanted to react was we was off the rails at the time. But again, we don't work outside of our purpose. So had we done something like that, that would have been working outside our purpose, because our purpose led us to be here right now talking about the opportunity to let her daughter go to Africa. Okay, so that's in our purpose. But in our anger, we was packing up. That's the truth. I'm talking about there was nothing in our mind, in our heads, that was going to stop us from doing that. But I do want y'all to understand the balance of it. You know, she instilled some stuff in us that didn't allow us to pack up. Right.
yeah,
So it wasn't just us decide not to. It was the things that she instilled in us, because we couldn't have made her proud
yeah,
packing up. We couldn't have made her
Yep.
yeah,
proud packing up. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
yeah,
And we knew that,
yeah,
and we didn't want to weigh that against things. The craziest thing for me, the hardest thing for me at the time, because I traveled for work at the time, I was in Kansas City. You know, when I got the call, I was away from home. So when I left work that morning and went back to the hotel, I didn't have a friend to talk to about it. Like, I mean, and when I say that, I don't mean I couldn't have made another phone call, but when stuff like that
right,
happened, like the phones be off limits. Like, you don't really want to talk to nobody. Like, you don't even
nah,
what words can you really say in the moment that's going to help you heal? Probably none. Like, there's nothing, right? So now I'm in this. I'm away. I'm 1,000 miles away in the hotel room, in the dark room, and all I'm thinking about really is I wish I could be around my friends so we can have those moments that we can at least like smile through the pain, or cover it up with a little bit of joyous moments and stuff like that. But I was literally by myself. It was it was crazy, because at that moment, that was the moment when I decided I didn't want to travel no more for a little while. I had to come off the road, and I think I went to work not the next day, the day after that, and I let my boss know, like, yo, listen, end of the year, I'm done. I'm coming off the road. I'm going home, and that's what I did, because you know you just want to hug. You just want to hug somebody. You know what I mean? You want to be able to talk to somebody that knew that person so they can help you through it. Uh, I remember, uh, like, growing up kids, we notorious for busting. That was our thing. And we had a couple jokes. Listen, I'm saying we had a couple of jokes that like really like moved around the way. They came from nowhere, you know what I mean? But one of their names was Raheem. But we had a couple like in-house jokesters that was like just we had Mikey, we had Eddie, but Robin was one of the female jokesters. Like she wanted to joke all the time, you know what I'm saying? But her and Raheem had got into it one time, and then Raheem, um, I feel like everybody from the neighborhood was around there at the time, but he was like, bubbling brown sugar. Robin got the warehouse licks. Yo, that was listen. That was one of the first times I heard her. Somebody had a bus where she didn't come right back with something. I mean, she got him a couple days later because you know it's summer. You gonna catch a few, but that was one of the moments, man. And oh man,
Bro. Oh man, I remember that one.
yo,
I
listen,
remember that one, bro.
I feel like that's like a neighborhood clash. Like everybody was around at the time. Like I don't know how it happened or why, but it just feel like that. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about.
Mhm.
You know,
I knew Raheem like the bus a lot, but that's probably like one of the only Jones I remember. Like that's like that was one of his classics. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it was.
Listen, boy, how she took
She
it in
even used to
stride.
say it. She used to even say it. Like,
She said, that's what
she'd
I'm
bring it
saying.
up like 10, 20 years later. I'm like,
No, Raheem
you like,
said. Yo,
you
listen.
like, yeah, I do, but it was about you. Like,
I was
you after? You want to get your
Bro,
bus back?
I think if I
that
had
was
a what?
that
I
was
think if I had a
that I remember that day, man. Soon as
listen,
you
man.
brought it up, I remember the song that he made up.
Everything. Listen, I was like, where did he
I,
get this from?
and she don't usually get mad at something somebody say, but
That was the one. That's what I'm trying to
She,
say.
she was
Like
still
that.
she was still mad about that for years.
Listen,
I know I wasn't there on it, but I remember hearing about it and I'm still hearing about it just today. But I would have heard about it from her about another 10 years. Like you be like, well, okay, it was.
listen. That
But
that
we
joint
were laughing it too. Like
that joint lasted for
I
summers.
guarantee you,
Like
somebody right
summers.
now is saying, "You mean to tell me at some time or another there was a pair of sneakers out there that said Greyhound
Called
sneakers?"
Greyhound. Listen. That's what made it even super funny. Like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Because it was different. Uh yeah, but such a special person, man. I remember
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
me,
man.
I'm a bowler. I like bowling. So I remember like the area Ave dudes used to go bowling. She used to go bowling with them, but she knew we bowled and all that type of stuff. She like, y'all can't beat Duke and them. Y'all can't beat them. Next thing you know, y'all like now, now you gotta go prove for your sister that you can bowl better than anybody else. You know what I mean? But listen, if anybody can get you to do it, she was the one. So yes, but
She had
people
another end of the hood playing the other side of the hood that they ain't even mess with each other like that. We ain't even messing with each other like that, but she was
listen,
like in between the connection all the time, every time.
and I'm talking about we all got better from it. Like we all became better
Yeah.
from it. In fact, I was telling
Yeah.
Ant the other day, I was on the phone. I was on the phone with Rock. I text him like,
Mhm.
"Yo, it's funny." I text him and say, "Yo, you still bowling?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm still bowling." You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, "Oh man, we gotta get together." But the first thing he said, he stopped texting and then he called me. The first thing he said was, "Man, I don't know nobody in jail in Houston." I said, "What?" But you know what he was talking about. He's like, "Man, he's like, I'm getting
Yeah.
some phone calls." He said, "I don't." He said, I'm mad. I don't know nobody in jail in Houston." I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
no. Like,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
listen, I'm talking about because it didn't affect a person or a couple people. It affected a community. And
Community, yes.
then when we say that, it's Robin had her own community. So we can't just talk
Mhm.
about 11th and Erie. We still got to talk about the
Mhm.
Right.
public school system. We still got to talk about the
Mhm.
Deltas. We still got to talk about her transferring. We still got to talk about
Mhm.
Kutztown. We still got to talk about her
Yep.
transferring
Yep.
to transitioning to Houston, and we still got to talk about the community that she developed there. So when we say community,
Mhm.
we got to talk about our neighborhood. She had her
Right.
own
Yep.
community, so it affected the community.
Mhm.
And when I talked to a dude years later, he say, "I don't know nobody in jail in Houston," and I'm like, "What?" And then he started talking about it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, like I get it." But that's all I'm trying to say. That's how much. That's how
He moved
powerful.
people.
How powerful our relationships were.
Yeah. Everybody will pull out to do that. And you're right, Duke, about, she instilled in us love for people. And that she know if we would have did that, she would have not wanted us to do that. She would have
Right.
wanted us to handle it like that. Um, and she would be more proud of us with the way that we're trying to handle it now versus trying to avenge the situation. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
She would have rather seen
And like you
she,
said,
she,
yeah,
she would have rather seen us become lawyers from it and try to make sure that we get the case right. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And
Like not. Yeah, go
mhm.
ahead.
And that would have put us in a position of anything involved with knowing and putting what we could possibly do for her daughter or give her daughter, you know what I'm saying, or show her daughter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That we are her brothers and, we grew up and we loved your mom. Like there was men that loved your mom, not by no any other way, but we was men that loved and liked your mom. Like that was our sister. Like you got a bunch of uncles and she don't really understand how far that extends, like you said, with the community.
Right.
Like,
Hold on, man.
every time
Hold
I
on one
turn
second.
around, this girl knew somebody. She knew somebody of importance, people that, like, black excellence people. She knew people from, like you said, from college. She just knew everybody. I don't care who you thought you knew. It was like, Rob. You know, like, yeah, I know Rob. You like, get out of here. Like, she was up there. She was in the community thing. She was involved with this. She was involved with that. And you was just like, yo, you just couldn't, you just couldn't believe it. You know
Hold
what I
on one
mean?
second. Dover
Mm.
Dogs, Delaware Dogs. The link is in the chat, bro. If you want looking for where to donate at,
Yeah.
if you look under Fatachula, he put the link to the donation right in
Man.
the chat. So all you have to do is click it and save it, whatever you need, send it to you, whatever. But the link to it is
I
right
don't think
here.
it light up. I don't think it light up, Ryan. I think it's
Nah,
they would have to copy. They would have to copy and paste it. So you
probably
do got the
kept
link
copy
in
and
there.
paste it.
Yeah.
But
It's so, yeah.
Delaware Dogs, don't worry. If you don't, just hit me up. You know I got your number, and I could just send it straight to you, bro. So just so you know, I can send it directly to you. But go ahead, and I'm sorry, man. I just wanted to
Oh, no,
I
I
want
was just I was just expressing the point, like you said, everybody would have did that, and that's probably why she never probably if there was things going on, that was probably why she didn't tell any of us because I was just talking to her. I knew about some things, you know what I mean? But I think if she would have said that things was going on, she knew each one of us would have went like, look,
Packed
I'll be
up.
right down there. What?
Packed
Yeah, that's
up.
it. I'm down. Yeah.
Packed up.
I did right. We been packed up and down there, and we'd have been. Hopefully, we'd have been able to whoop his ass and not do what he was done to her. But again, she wouldn't have even wanted that because she wasn't about the violence. She wasn't about trying to get somebody back. She was really, like he said, very spiritual. She would have said, "Let karma, let God, let the devil." Like she would have told us not to do nothing, and that's why she didn't tell us because she had plenty of people to tell. If he thought that she didn't have nobody in the background, bro, he has no idea. I mean, people are probably waiting for him to step foot out of like, we want you to get away with it, but then we don't. You know what I'm saying to me? And I think that she would have wanted to go this way, and it's a shame to be thinking that because we love her so much, and we like, man, it's just hard. It's just hard. And I think that's why I don't try to keep looking at it to see if he does. You know what I'm saying? And I had to focus on that's on the daughter. You know what I'm saying? I had to focus on her, with her graduating, with her going on her prime, with her, who's going to be possibly if she does want to give her hand away, if she does want to experience love, like that's just a shame on the child. And like you said, we brought this out because again, who knows what, like Duke said, what he was going through as an adult friend. Just imagine what she's going to be going through because she don't have her mother to ask anything. She has to ask her aunt. She has to ask her other aunt. You know what I mean? Ask the grandma. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of questions that everybody ain't gonna be able to answer. But other than Robin was able to be there, that she might have to be able. I mean, and even excuse me, even with oh man, it's like. It's just like I can't really put my hands on it, man. Like she just affected so many people, man, and from our childhood up to an adult. And like I probably know, I don't know how many of her sorors, that's what they call them. See what I mean? How many events that she plugged us into and connected us to. Like, even though we grew up with Michelle Martin, Michi, but she kept us and kept Michi grounded. You know what I'm saying? And with support, you know what I mean? We're trying to get them cars, NASCAR drivers in Philadelphia, and he heard a lot of people. He heard a lot of people, man. Like you said, that funeral was packed out at the Met of Philadelphia. I mean, that just explained to you, them amount of people that she touched and have known. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man, I'll be honest, and you know what's funny, Duke? Kind of piggybacking off of what you said, and I remember me and you was talking, and you was like, you mentioned it to me. You said, "Yeah, Ron, I feel you, bro." He said, "But you know that's not what she would want.
Mhm.
You know that's not like it should be." And like Aunt said, the fact that she didn't tell nobody is because she already knew that she had it
How we
on her.
yeah, how we would react. And she didn't want that for her
How we
daughter,
would act.
right? She didn't want
Because
that for her daughter.
when people don't understand, when we say we from area Ave, that means that runs deep in us.
Mhm.
And it's not about being violent or that like that. It's just that we run. When we say we from area Ave, is because area Ave and them down there, we're a family. And when I tell you that if we would have reacted the way we want to react it, that whole town would have probably been torn apart. But because we had to actually give it some thought, and like I said, Duke, I remember me and you talking, like, yo, that's not as much as we like, that's where your head is at, and that's where my head is at, and everybody's head is at. Would that be what she would want you to do? And then Aunt turned around and was like, man, that's why she didn't tell us, because she knew what we would do.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm bringing back to that is that I always try to tell females like make sure you got somebody around you that's a threat to the other person. Just make sure they ain't got to know everything, but they just make sure you got somebody around you that's a threat, that knows that in the moment they're gonna come, because some people have bad intentions, and if you look further into the story, you'll see exactly the roadmap that this person was laying out to do what he did. It didn't start there, but I'm gonna tell you like this: we're going to try to help our daughter as much as we can. And that's why we wanted to bring the story up. And that's why we wanted to lay the groundwork um, for this. Um, to have to live life without your parent, without your mom. And again, I can't, I'm not going to say without a dad, because I'm done with him. I don't want to get emphasis on that person. But, and then your family had to step up and have to take on the responsibility of raising you. And I'm quite sure they're okay with it, but it doesn't mean that it makes it easy. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't.
Mhm.
I mean, now my oldest son lost his mom when he was relatively young, but she had a lot of children. So my oldest son took on a bigger burden that he didn't expect. So I kind of get an idea of how this goes. Sometimes you love the person and you're doing everything you can to provide, but it's not always that simple as it may sound. And for me, for her to have an opportunity to go to Africa, to go on this trip, and I mean, this trip is a distance from now, timeline wise, but I think this would be a beautiful experience for it. Hopefully, um, it helps in some type of way. I don't know. I can't speak to it, but I'm hoping that like it helps some type of way. Give her an experience, something else in her head, an experience for her to think about, other than the tragedy that happened. Because what people don't realize, she was in that house when all this happened. She was there.
Yeah,
You
she
know what I'm
let the
saying?
police in.
She let the police in. she knew everything that was going down. Like she was there watching this. I mean, seeing our dad do what he was doing. And and there's no way to fathom in my mind what that would, how that even, how do you even handle that as a child? How do you go every day and try to live your life with any type of inkling of what still resonating in your head, whatever traumatic parts of that you saw, if you saw any, hopefully none of them. But I don't know. But knowing it, just knowing that the person that was supposed to protect you, the person that was supposed to lay down their life to make sure you was good, the person that was supposed to be the protector of the home, was the one you had to be the one was the biggest threat to the house, was the one that was supposed to be protecting us, protecting the family. You have to be the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see this girl, and I want to see her make it on this trip, and she, and I want to see, and I don't, when I say see, I don't want to, be there, see all the events and stuff. None of that. That's nice, but none of that is not even what this is about. I don't care if she don't even know what we did to do this when we doing it. That don't even matter to me. All I care about is trying to help this child be able to have the best experience in life possible after suffering such a tragic situation.
And say that
I
you
mean,
did something that,
I mean, and her mom was a wonderful person, man. Like there is so much we could do this all day, every day. We can tell you 1,000 different stories.
that's why we're going to break it up.
And when I say she had your back, when I say Robin had your back, she had your back, bro. That's all I can say. When I say she had your back, she had your back. In many ways, even when we was kids. And I'm not gonna get into the story right now. I'll probably tell it in another show. But Aunt know what I'm talking about. Actually, Duke, you probably know the story too. When I was working on them bikes and I was all greasy and dirty.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah. And listen, I hope that other person come on here because I don't think they ever knew that what you did.
They never had it, right?
That would probably be embarrassed in there. He'd be like, for real? Like, yo, girl. Yeah.
Elementary school at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, please say that for another. Then we'll say that for the next one. And we'll see if we can get people up on here.
That was the fastest I've ever ran in my life.
I ain't never seen nobody run that fast, still to this day. That's why they rhyme. The irony is the business that she in, that your nickname got Ronnie Days of Thunder Edney. The irony of that itself is even funnier now that I'm thinking about it. Like, wait a minute. Now I'm going to have to tell her, listen, I guarantee you this is probably what happened right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's funny. But yeah. But yeah, to this to come at the start like it was, and it was so hard for us to do, to be able to come to the end of this right now, or for today, to be able to laugh and smile about it. This now only gives us an opening door to the next couple of weeks conversation that we have, and we can really open up, you know what I mean? And just dare not to cry.
Nah, listen, I'm a cry. Because I mean,
I know, I am too.
Listen, and if I don't cry on the show, y'all best believe when I hang up, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I might be able to fight through this show, but all I'm saying is, we know what she meant, man. You know, I mean, matter of fact, we know what she mean. We ain't gonna make her past tense. We know what she mean. You know? So,
That's why we doing what we doing now.
Exactly.
And Jay, man, I appreciate you flexing this up, man. Me too, honestly, bro. I'm glad you took care of the video footage and stuff like that. Look at that, y'all guys. That was our buddy right there, Robin Hightower. That's Robin Hightower. Yeah. Robin. DB.
It's crazy because listen, man. Every time Man, I'm just sharing this because every time I see 11:20 on the clock, I shout her name out. Every time I see
Oh
11:20 on
wow.
the clock, I shout her name. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see
yeah.
11:20, man, but like, Bean, you know what I'm saying? Because listen,
You
if she
want
ain't
to
listening at no other time of the day, for 2 minutes, I know I got her. You know what I'm saying? For
Right.
2 minutes, 11:20 a.m. and 11:20 p.m. If I walk, Bean.
Yeah. That right there, that old soul right there, she just sat in the chair was always her. Like when she breaks, like look right there. Always have fun. Damn.
Always.
yo? You want to hear something funny, bro? All
Yes.
right. Now of course, we live right beside each other, right? And
Hmm.
I can't count how many times we sat outside because when you get a whooping, your next door neighbor
No, you got a whooping.
know you got beat. No, you got beat. I can't remember many times we sit outside the next day like, yeah. What you do?
Listen,
What you do?
it'd be so
I heard
crazy.
you get the win one too.
Listen, it'd be so crazy that listen, you done had enough whoopings and they knew about enough of them that when they ain't home when you get a whooping, when they come home, you tell them like, man, I got a whooping today. Because that's the person you want to stay with, the one who always there for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I got a whooping today.
That was all good,
And
man.
we live in row home, so you hear everything what's going on next door. And I used to earn whoopings often, so but but yeah, man, we got so much. All of us got so much history, man, and we got so much history. Whatever. I mean, we'll probably be, of course, we're gonna be doing this a couple of more times because we have to. My hope and my prayer ultimately is for us to be able to raise the money, to get through the threshold of the funding that they need for her to go on this trip, and that will be an awesome blessing, man. And that's why I really want to keep
Yeah, please.
hammering. Like I said, definitely the OG network will be providing some funding towards it. Once we figure out a number, and what I'm probably going to end up doing is figuring out one number and then consistently, and hopefully by the time they close that out, we have exactly what you need to get to get to be able to take this trip, which is, in my opinion, a great opportunity. So for anybody that's on the live, if you want to help out, this is how you can copy the link, paste it. For those of you, if I know you, I can send it to you. If I got your number already, I know I seen a few of my relatives in there. If they don't know where the link is at, I can always send it to them. But yeah, man, I don't I just can't imagine what the stuff that goes into my daughter's mind. But talking to the family sometimes, I went to Robin's mom's birthday party that they had a little while back. So I kind of got to be in the atmosphere to see out of it. And that day, I kind of got to see, her daughter and everybody in the family and stuff like that. When Robin mom, had her birthday party not too long ago, and I had a good time. I ain't gonna lie, I had a good time. But she seemed in that environment, she seemed like her daughter seemed like she was doing all right. But I know, but then talking to people and everything, that there's still trauma. It's still there,
Yeah,
but seem to be
yeah,
doing
it really is. I remember I
doing
went
what
to the
she's that.
event.
But
I remember when
go ahead. Ed.
oh no, I was just expressing. I remember when I went to an event. It was early and
Yeah, that's her
after
best
they had a
friend.
memorial. Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That's her sister and her best friend, Michi Michelle. Michi right there, yo. Um, yeah.
But yeah, I was it was all good, man. Like we had such good memories of her, man. And like you said, the last time we was doing the thing, we was talking about the basketball tournaments, Duke. Um, how influential she was with all of that.
Mm.
But
She was listen. She was she was the reason that a lot of it happened. You know what I mean? Like because
yeah,
we definitely was the creative idea, but she was part of the administrative push behind most of the stuff that we was able to do. Like because she understood that avenue of it. Like you know what I mean? We didn't.
right.
Um. So yeah, definitely.
Like I said, she
Um,
was amazing individual, man. And you see a lot of her daughter, a lot of her and her daughter when I was there. It was
wow,
just like,
right?
wow,
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, the smiling all the
And,
time, the
mhm.
playfulness. I mean, you've seen a lot of that in her daughter, man. You know, and that's why I just
Yeah,
say
that is good.
sometimes, yes, and you can't.
And I couldn't
Some
even
people are just go ahead
just to
and
be
go ahead.
like when I went to turn around and go to the event, and that's when I said I was able to talk to her daughter while we was on the phone. And then of course, she was alive when when I would talk to Robin. So I would hear her sounding so much like Robin. And I'm like, I'm talking to her on the phone. And at that time, again, things was happy. So I never seen her daughter face to face until afterward. And then they had a memorial for Robin. And I remember
Right,
trying to I wanted to introduce and try to be introduced, and I couldn't even do it. And I'm like, yo, this is my sister's daughter that I can't even get introduced to because her trauma of even her father murdering her mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I
right,
couldn't go and approach, and I felt like that's my niece, and I couldn't even tell her like, hey, I'm the guy that you used to talk to on the phone. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that you was telling about the each room because she was like running through, oh, this is my room, this is mommy room, this is my bathroom, my personal bathroom. And I remember telling her she's coming up from downstairs. I mean, she was telling everything. And then, she basically took over Robin's phone. So I'm like, well, which room is mine? She never even met me. And I'm like, which room is mine? You gotta tell daddy that I need a room, that, Big Aunt need a room. You know what I mean? Big Petite, like we just joking about it. And she's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, okay, guy who says he's coming here, you know what I'm saying? And, and I even joked there with Robin, like, telling Robin, like, hey, again, she never focused to say that anything was going on. So I'm even joking with her, like, hey, Robin, you know what I mean? You got to tell, oh boy, like, I need my room. You know what I mean? I need my space on the other side. She's like, I'm not to take care of you, big aunt, blah, blah, blah. I let him know, like I had met him once, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't, again, as Ronnie said, sometimes you gotta let that female, and I hate to say that I always most had to be female. Sometimes maybe males. I don't know if males get beat by their woman, but you do have to have them to see somebody of concern as if something was to happen to you. You got a lot of single parent moms, and maybe they get picked up from the boyfriend, and the boyfriend don't see that girl got a father, she got a brother that don't play that. A lot of times when that they brother don't play that, you know what I mean, you go to the girl house and you figure out who her brother is, and then if this 6 foot or a 6'9" dude come out and he got a dip under the door and he came, I don't I
mm-hmm.
don't think you thinking to yourself, I beat my girl ass. Like I think you thinking on the lines of a little bit of control of yourself of having to do that. And it's not so much that you want them to beat them up, you want to do that. It's just that you need to let them know that you got somebody that's going to back you up, or somebody they're going to have to see on their vibe. And it's a shame you got to do it, but you really do.
You
You
got
know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's necessary that they might go nothing, but they'll probably go to that person to respect them because that's the man that's in your life that they know that's going to
right.
encounter them. But when you deal with them, that's my button to destruction. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't. Again, man, it's just like to wish that on anybody. No, but it definitely, like you said, of all people that are hurt, like it's unfathomable, bro. Like I know, like we gonna keep talking about it. It's like it's 8:15 now, so like I said, we wanna we make sure we don't drown it. We are gonna drown it up, but at the same time, we gonna make sure we get our point across of what our whole purpose of this, and let y'all understand what type of woman this girl was. You know what I'm saying? What type of person she was,
Mm-hmm.
individual she was. She just She was an all-around superstar cheerleader. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what you told her that was down in your day or something was going on. She's going to bring a brighter moment, conversation, and do that with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, man. She spoke life into a lot of people, man. That's the best
Mhm.
way you can explain it, is that she spoke life into a lot of people. In that's the way she was.
Of all
She wasn't like
kinds.
she was very, and she just always spoke life. Like she didn't, she didn't let you. And like I said, I can't count how many times she was like, "I'm proud of you, bro." I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
She'll tell her, she'll tell, like, a lot of times we look at drug dealers like they was this or that, menacing on the street dudes, they was menacing the street guy. Robin had that rapport with them that she'll make them feel good about. Yeah. Like I ain't gonna say they're gonna stop selling drugs, but they'll probably respect and do certain things because she's looking at them. Because
right.
she's so valuable to you, and she holds herself in such a regard, you'll be like, oh no, you probably tell somebody, look, no, not right now, she here. Or no, man, I ain't doing that. Like, just because of her presence. And what you would hear back, her feedback from telling you from what you're doing that was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you couldn't even get mad at her because you know it was generally from her heart and her feeling. And it was almost like, somebody that's right and you can't say nothing back to him. You know what I mean? You like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you want to really say because you like, she's just so right. You know what I mean? Because she had debate about anything, y'all. She had debate about anything, man. She was, especially when it came to education. Oh my gosh. That's why I feel so much to see her daughter go to Africa to experience that's an education, y'all. That is an education. All our black asses ain't never been to Africa. If we could say that right now, right? Am I not lying? Jay
Right.
too. And we would love the experience of that education of going over there, seeing this education, reading education, being on the streets, walking and doing it. She's going to need more than that. You know what I'm saying? The support of clothes, money, water, coming back, just everything. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a wasteful bit of money that anybody was putting on this. You definitely putting this to a purpose. You know what I'm saying? So we would appreciate if y'all follow this, follow that, and donate whatever you can. Donate whatever you can. And like you said, just like they talk, hey, a small coffee or Starbucks coffee or whatever it costs is, or a small dinner, lunch or something, y'all. I know that y'all can help to provide this because I know y'all got it. I know somebody got something. Just like y'all go to church and they turn around, boy, this ain't church. This ain't church. You know what I mean? This ain't church, but this is a chance for somebody to have the experience of doing something that you possibly couldn't do or didn't have the support to do it. Y'all know this young lady does not have it. Both of her parents are they're gone. You know what I'm saying? And this is an opportunity for this girl, this bright girl right here, to have the opportunity to smile, to like something take off for her mind, not a video game, not a trip to the restaurant. Listen, it's a trip to Africa, y'all. So, y'all think about that and hopefully y'all stay tuned with our other things to help support, and we appreciate it.
What's the deadline we have to meet? Honestly, I have to look back. I don't know. I know that the trip is in 2027. So I don't know when the money has to be raised. I didn't look that far into it. But I know that the trip is supposed to take place in 2027.
Tomorrow, the deadline.
So give today.
That's what we gonna make it tomorrow, the deadline. Yeah, I mean, listen, like we know that we don't really know the actual deadline, y'all, but we know that y'all got a couple of pay weeks or something, you know what I'm saying, coming in between. I don't know, so small donation. Listen, I pick up pennies every day.
Right.
I will pick up pennies. When I go walking, I pick up at least 19 to 23 cents. I will pick up on the ground just walking outside. And I can walk that path every day. And I proved it to people, and they were like, "You throwing that money down there?" I'm like, "No, I'm literally finding about 19 to 20 sit on the ground just from walking." You know what I'm saying? And then I don't even walking long. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it doesn't take every little bit. Like I got finally 500 subscribers. Guess what that took? One person of many, but it took one person. You know what I'm saying? So please, y'all, it's the same thing. Y'all, one person of many. Don't think that this $2 ain't gonna matter. No, anything you put gonna matter because somebody might say, I got another $2 too. You know, so
And there are
yeah,
people on my channel
let's
that
get there, y'all.
there are people that's on my channel that sometimes donate to the channel, and I get it, and I appreciate it very, very much. But I would prefer that if you have anything you want to donate to my channel, just go directly there and
No, hold up.
donate there.
No,
The
I
reason
wanna,
why I say that is because YouTube is always going to give you
yeah.
able to go through, but YouTube is going to take a portion of that. I'd rather you just donate directly. That way, it goes directly to the source. And but if you can't, and you feel like okay, I can't find it, and I want to donate to the OG network, understand that we are actually going to provide some of that money too. We're going to be definitely making not just one donation, but we're going to make a multiple ones throughout the course of the time. But I would prefer that you just got directly go there, and then that way when we go back and look, and when we see that goal there, it was like, oh, okay, bam, job done. I mean,
Yes.
she's on her way. We know that she got the money to go and have this experience, and it's going to be experience of a lifetime. I mean, like Ann said, me personally, I never been to Africa. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't want to go. And it's not that I have a problem with Africa. I like Africa from a safe space. I see too many animals. I don't want no parts of it. So if she go, she gonna go in my place too because I ain't going. I'm not going. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't care. It's just me personally, but I think it will be a wonderful experience for her, and that's a blessing. And if I ever get a chance to talk to her, I'll be like, "Well, how was Africa? Because I ain't never going." And then that I can live vicariously through her experience. Oh, that was wonderful. Oh man, you seen that? You did this and that. I don't know what it's like. I just talk about the animals.
It just made me laugh about it just popped in my mind, and I don't even know why, but when we was talking about how we were busting each other and stuff like that, me and Robin was talking about that like years later, and I was talking about how it was being a fat kid. And she was talking about, about being talked about. I'm like, yeah, every time somebody say something when you was fat, they all they had to be like, man, shut your fat ass up. Sit your fat ass down. Nobody want to hear your fat ass talk, right? When I said it, she starts laughing, right? And then I said, well, it's just like when she said, yeah, well, it's just like when they people talking about black and they be like, you black African booty scratchers. So I'm sitting there thinking about Essence go. I mean, going there. I would love to be teasing Robin, like, hey, you know what I mean? I don't even know why they just popped in my head, you know what I mean? But it was like, when we talked about that, about her, as we was kids and you busting on each other, you talking about people's weight, complexion, because that's what she said. She was like, yeah, you used to talk about I'm black and this, and I'm like, Robin, what about what you just say about me? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you talk about saying, things are said about me, just like people say about fat people, they're going to say about black people. I said, well, I had the both worlds. I was fat and I was darker than most of my cousins. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we just had so much fun, man. We had so much fun together, man. It's so much fun.
Yeah, we did, man. And like I said, she was very influential, man. You get to.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. But yeah, she was definitely very influential. You know what I'm saying? I listen, man. She was a life changer. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. Again, it was people that I thought didn't like me, and I might not have liked them based on the fact that I thought they didn't like me. And like once she was the bridge to connect us, it was like, oh, these people really like me. You know what I'm saying? They
ain't
like
got no
me.
problem with me. They ain't got no beef. Right?
They don't got no problem with me. And listen, they probably didn't like me, but because she knew both sides, she was able to paint the picture that they was missing, and she did.
Right.
So yeah, it was,
look at that picture, yes. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Man, that's our Robin, y'all. That is our Robin right there.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Man. Ryburn Hightower, folks. Ryburn Hightower. Man.
Yeah, man. Legend. So many ways.
Yeah. I miss her all the
Mm.
time, man. Just wanted to just call and talk to her, tell her excitement about something. You know what I mean? Tell
Something.
her about, even if it ain't exciting me, you just want to laugh with her and talk about, you know what I mean? Anything, you know what I'm saying?
Listen.
You know.
What I wouldn't give to have her bust on me one more time. Bust on
Yes.
me one more time. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and bust one more time.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I mean, go
Yeah.
ahead. I'll take it.
I'm
Yep.
like, Robin,
Yep.
I just be like, where'd you get the Greyhound sneakers from? I want to know.
Yo, where the Greyhound sneakers come from?
I'm quite sure you had the only pair.
Listen,
Right.
that's probably why she had them at the time. They was unique, but ain't nobody else
Right.
get down with the we come on over to that side. You know what I'm saying? We was cool.
Mm.
Right. But yeah, man. I guess I see a lot of her daughter, like the way her daughter was when I was at her her grandmother's birthday party. I was just like, yo, she reminded me so much of her mom. Like it was crazy. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
She
I was
did.
like,
When I used to hear her on the
yeah.
phone, man, I was like, Robin, that is you. And I'm like laughing because I'm hearing Robin like tell her to stop doing it. She talked too much and everything. I'm like, Robin, that is you. Like, she's just so informational. Like I said, listen to her walk around the house telling me everything in the house. If that wasn't Robin, y'all. If that wasn't Robin, y'all, I mean, she walked me through every room. This is mine. And I'm like, and she just took the phone over like she knew me. And all I was sitting there like, boy, that girl is Robin. So, and I just couldn't wait to meet her. And it was just sad that the time I had to meet her was after her mom, you know what I mean, is my mom's demise. And it just, you know, yeah, we got a lot to try to give. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're gonna make it, man. It's gonna be all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we are.
There.
Yep, we are. Yep.
We're gonna do our part.
This is just the
get her
first
there.
step.
Just the
This is
first
our first step to
of
talk
putting.
about it. Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Wow.
going to definitely come back and do this again. We can talk about it later when we want to do the second round of this. If it's next week, I'm cool with that. If it's longer, I'm cool with that too, brothers. We'll figure that out. I mean, y'all let me know what y'all want to do, how y'all feel about it, man. But
You sure will.
I just
We gonna continue to do it because it's purposeful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 You know,
Yeah. Me and Duke, we're gonna work at it. We're gonna work at it, Ron. Don't worry about it, because I know it's like hard for you to do that part. So me, Duke, and Jay, we're gonna try to link it so we can get this right. Jay, man, I appreciate you. You know what I mean, showing all this, man. You know what I mean? Damn, right now I would be teasing Robin about her butt right now, dog. Like, seriously, I would be. Yo, I would be messing with her. She would have sat down quick too, or put something around her waist. Yo, I'm so mad that I can't turn around and mess with her, because y'all know, bro. You know we teased her many a time.
No doubt.
Yo. But yeah, man, that was our girl. That was Robin. That was our baby, yo. That was our baby.
She's definitely missed, man. And as the brothers, as her brothers, you know, it's our job to try to do everything we can do to get her daughter on this trip, and that's why we're reaching out to all the people that we know. Yeah, I mean, please help out in as much as you can. If it's $1, $5,
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter how much. Every little bit gonna add up, and eventually we'll get there. And we'll keep bringing this back and keep bringing it back until we, you know, I don't want to close the door to this until I see what I need to see. I want this child to go to this trip. I mean, I want to see it go, and I know I'm speaking for me, but I know my brothers want to see the same thing, and I know some of the people that are part of the YouTube family. You know, once they know the story and find out and see what's going on, I'm quite sure they want to see this happening too. I mean, I know my brother, Dover Dogs, I already see. I can tell by his conversation where his head is at, and I know he's going to do what he can do to help out. And Jay and everybody else, That's part of the YouTube family.
Hey, Dover Dog, keep winning championship because she love basketball.
Yeah.
She loved basketball. She would have been watching you, bro. She would have been watching you. She was about her sports, but basketball was on. She was supporting you.
She would have known him and known what he was doing.
Oh yeah, you would have got it, bro.
She'd have been like, "Yo, let me get my hand there. I'm gonna show you what." And she'd have helped you take it to a whole nother level, man. Believe me when I tell you that she would have done that, man. Because she was everything that we ever set out to do. If she got wind of it, she was in 100%. Like that was just the way she was. You didn't have to ask her for help. She found out a way to get in there and help you. She found out a way to get in and help you and figured out a way. Well, I could do this. I could do that. I could do this. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And she just always found a way to infiltrate into it to help you. If she knew you was doing something meaningful, something positive, she was there 100%, man. If you was a negative person around her, she had the way of not help trying to encourage you out of that type of way of being and say, no, you could be this, you could do that, you could do this, you could do that. You know what I mean? Sky's the limit type of mentality. She was just that type of person, man. People see when they hear what we're saying, it's hard. I know it's hard for them to understand, but this is definitely somebody that left before their time. And it was so much she could have offered to the world. And so much people, I honestly think she would have done a lot more amazing, great things throughout life, even in the time period that she was here, man. This one hurts us deep. Like it cuts deep. I mean, I've seen people die, pass away, but this one it cuts so deep because this is the type of person that was going to make the world a better place. And it's the only way. Already was making the world a better place, but would have done a lot more amazing things down the road if they were still around to do it. Because there was no limit to what she was going to do. She would have just kept rolling with it all the way across the board. She would have never stopped. I mean, and part of how I am comes from that. I mean, it just not having that give up. People don't like what you do. They, bad people have negative opinions about you and stuff like that. And it just helps keep you motivated. And when you're a person that's a visionary, and you have foresight of what you want to see, she was the type of person that understood your vision. And I'm gonna put it to you like this: in the Bible, it says that if you have a vision, so write the vision down, make it plain, so that people understand. That way they know how to embrace your vision. And if you have a vision and you make it plain, they'll embrace it. But she was the type of person that you didn't even have to write it down. Right. Because of who you was and the relationship that she had with you, she wanted to help
with God. Yeah, and with God. She'll tell you that too.
And if she knew you had something in your head, she'd be writing it down so she can translate it to the other people. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she was an awesome, amazing person, man. And there was, in my opinion, it's just me personally. I just feel like she was going before her time, but that's why it's so important to see us do something to help her daughter to get to this trip, man. It's so important for me, my brothers, to do everything that we can do to try to get her on this trip and make sure that she can financially go and enjoy herself, man. And I pray that it's a great experience for her to help her, man. That's what my man. I just wanted to be and hope that it's the most awesome experience she ever had in her life. And we had a partake in helping her have that experience, because the tragic part probably will never go away, but somehow or another the child learned to live with it. And there was other stories that when I talked to them that I heard. I don't want to get into it, but yes. I mean, and I know she was dealing with a lot of stuff mentally. Like, so I have talked to people that are closer to the door and know that the stories that they tell me. I'm not getting into that part, but I'm just saying that I want to help try to rewrite her memory, and stuff like this will help rewrite some of the memories that she had, some more positive, great things and experiences in her life, and this will be one. And the YouTube family, my brother Duke, my brother Ant, and everybody else, you know what I mean, we all can have a partake in trying to help rewrite some of her memory. You know what I mean, and create some great moments in life. And her mom will be proud that, you know, even though her mom wasn't here to send her to Africa, but her mom will be sitting back saying, my daughter made it somewhere and she wanted to go and got an experience. That even though I wasn't there to give it to my brothers, who she always said she was proud of, they stepped up and they got help and they did what they could do and they got help to do it. And to help her get her daughter to get what it is. And you know what I mean? And I hope, and like I said, and back to a little bit what I was saying before, man. If you and I know people don't want to look at it from that way, but I don't care. I'm not one of those people that, you know, shy away. If you're a female, make sure you got some dude, somebody that's a threat to another man. And I'm not saying you gotta go beat them up and stuff like that. And what I'm saying is that domestic violence is real. I mean, it's real. And if you think you're going to sit there and be able to take it and you can defend yourself through that, don't play that game. You know what I'm saying? Do not play that game. Make sure you got somebody. Now, I got a daughter, I got sons, and I have a daughter. And I never even thought about this part. And I'm not making it about it, but I just want to point out this is that my daughter, when she meets somebody, she was like, Dad, oh yeah, when I meet somebody, I take them to your YouTube page. And I'm like, what? She said, yeah, I take them to your YouTube page. And I was like, yeah, that's my dad. And to just let them know that even though they might have not met me physically, they see me up here and they see what's behind me, just to let them know that's my dad. And I said, you know what? I didn't even think about it at the time. I was glad that she was wise enough that even if she just talking to somebody, she'll turn around and say, yeah, and she'll show them my YouTube page and say, yeah, oh, you want to know what my dad is? Here you go. This is my dad. And I was proud of her to hear that. Like, I'm glad you did that, because that was wise. That was smart. You know what I mean? But that's why I say.
We also got to let them know that a lot of times it'll start off mental too. So don't think it's going to start physical. You know what I mean? Once they start messing with your head, that's a sign that the physical coming later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just be mindful
that's
of
true.
that. You know,
that's true.
I used to tell my nieces, I've said this many times to my nieces and my daughter, and I said, if you really want to know how most men are, when you start dating them, I said, don't stop focusing so much on how he treat you. Look at how he treat everybody else. Mm-hmm. You'll get a better idea of his character. If he's driving down the street and y'all in the car and every little thing triggers him, and he get mad, ready, and he chasing people down in the car and not valuing your life and his life, and he's trying to start, and that's what he really is. Mm-hmm. He's just putting on a persona for you. So there's always little small settled signs that you can see in the demeanor of a person that'll tell you exactly what type of person they really are. And I'm not saying all men, but what I'm saying is these are little small settled signs that you say, you know what? Why every time you get triggered over little stuff and stuff like that, eventually that real person is going to eventually turn into who he is to you. And if he can't beat up on somebody or can't do something to someone else, it's going to eventually start to translate onto you. Mm-hmm. And like my man said, it starts out mental. He'll say little subtle stuff that he normally wouldn't say to you when he first started talking to you. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden, his language starts to get worse. You know what I'm saying? His aggression starts to get worse. That's telling you that it's escalating into something else. And if he don't get a grip on his emotion and his anger and stuff like that, at some point, it will start to eventually into physical.
Don't start thinking that the person like more. He's doing what he's doing because he really, really likes you and really loves you. You know how you want to be loved, and you know how you want to be liked. And when you know that he's been too aggressive or it's making you feel uncomfortable, understand it, recognize it, talk to them about it so you can get through it. You know what I'm saying? That you know what's going on, but don't be scared to recognize it, because you're thinking, oh, that's cute, or that's just funny, and you thinking, but that funny becomes a little bit volatile. You know what I mean? Just like what happened to that little young girl, I can't think of her name right now, but it happened in Philadelphia. You know, here this guy climbing over the fence playing like he's Spider-Man and joking and playing, and the girl like, oh, call the cops, but she really wasn't saying call the cops because you still laughing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stop thinking there's jokes and what they doing, they love you and they like you, and it is funny. You're an adult. All that stuff ain't funny no more. Listen, I'm 54. I ain't climbing over nobody's fence unless I was really trying to do something to them. You know what I'm saying? And one thing would either be scare you or make you believe I would do something to you and do something. And that's not funny to think that you would and you could. Then you need to start doing that, because ain't no grown man climbing no fence to play no games to climb to your window and start doing. Y'all see the signs. That's see the signs, and y'all think that they really like you. You had to start realizing that they I'm not saying they don't, but you had to learn how to gather your respect of making sure that this doesn't happen to you. That the first slap don't happen.
What you think is right is literally going to turn into control.
Mm-hmm.
What you think is right is eventually going to turn into control. I mean, and my thing is this: is that God ain't making me do anything. I ain't letting no man make me do anything. My thing is this: if somebody say they love you, that's something that you voluntarily do. You know what I'm saying? If you have to force somebody through your aggression and stuff to make them stay with you, there's a problem right there already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It don't take all of that. It really don't take all of that. You know what I mean, it don't take you trying to force somebody to like you, to force somebody to love. It don't take none of that. But all it is if you be who you are, and if you're a real decent, down to earth person, that's all it takes. But if you got to force somebody because to be something that they want, you want to force somebody to say, "Oh, you're gonna stay with me. You can't go nowhere. If you leave me, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Don't take that lightly."
Yeah.
See, my thing is,
please don't take it lightly.
do not take that lightly. Don't take that type of stuff lightly. That's the point. That's where I'm trying to go. Don't take stuff like that lightly. That is not something that you take lightly. They're telling you in so many words what their intentions are. You know what I mean? That tells me that person is not willing to let you walk away at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you break up with somebody, all right, cool. You go about your minute, I go about mine. Why is that so complicated? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But just don't, and all I'm saying is that it doesn't apply to every single person. But man, those are things that you might want to start to consider. And if you see those type of signs, especially if it's somebody you met and you just met, now if y'all been together for years and none of that type of stuff ever happened, you know what I mean? Like my mom and my dad, I give y'all a promise. My mom and my dad argued every day. Every day. They called each other all types of cuss words all the time. But they wasn't punching on each other 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't, they just, you know what I mean? So I understood with them, I was like, all right, that's just the way they are. You know what I mean? But I didn't, I didn't see my dad trying to kill my mom and stab her, beat her up and stuff like that. They just talked to each other like that. But I ain't see him an aggressive man and like, oh, I'm gonna do this to you, woman, I'm gonna do this.
They weren't even in the same room arguing. They weren't even in the same room arguing. They was arguing from one kitchen to the bathroom, to upstairs to down. They weren't even in front of each other arguing. They was just shooting shots back at each other.
Right, exactly. So I understood with them, it was their love language. That's just how they loved each other. You know what I mean? Like, and when my I remember my dad saying, he's like, man, I don't know what I would do without your mom. And I've never thought I would hear my dad say that to me, because I never thought my dad thought that much of my mom, because I never hear him talk that way. But I remember him saying it, like, I don't know what I would do without your mom. So, and my point is, and then when my dad passed, I noticed how much my mom missed him. You know what I'm saying? So if you with somebody, love who you are. Love the person that you with. If you got to be violent with somebody and you got to be that type of way, y'all shouldn't even be together. That right there is a sign that you don't need to be with them. If a person as a mate brings out that much anger in you,
that you got to put your hand. Grab. I ain't talking about punching. Grab, reach, throw, anything. Somebody doing something to you. They go, our buddy, our baby, our buddy.
Somebody that brings it, if it brings you to that level, then you shouldn't be with that person.
CB. CB.
I just emphasize that because a lot of that takes place. You know what I mean? And I don't want nobody to take it lightly. And like I said, we're going to do this again. And and we really trying to raise this money. I just want to kind of emphasize on that because I know there's a lot. I know a lot of people take the domestic abuse thing sometimes lightly, man, but it's a real thing, man. And this is why I say, if you got a male figure in your family, don't get out of that mode. Just say, look, yeah, I got somebody that if you think you're gonna go there, I got somebody. That's all. They ain't gotta be there watching over you 24/7. But make sure you have someone that you're accountable to let you know that everything good. Ain't nothing going on around here that you can talk to. Everything going. Everything good. You know what I mean? Because and for people that I know up close and personal, like this hurts so much because I know that if I would have had an inkling of this, where I would have how this would have, it wouldn't have never got that far. But we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I had no clue. So my point is, and so when I talk to my relatives and stuff like that, listen, I don't care. Just let me know. You know what I mean? I ain't got to go up in the first and approach the person or nothing like that. But if I think that if that's the situation, then let me know, and I'll handle it the way I need to handle it. That's all. You know what I mean? And like, look, bro, y'all together, but listen, y'all gonna be together the way y'all need to be together. But understand this, that we're not doing that. I don't believe in putting my hand on females. I just don't. You know what I mean, of course, a woman shouldn't put their hand on you neither, but I don't put my hand on females. I just don't. You know what I mean? Why would you want to? That's the part that don't make sense to me. Why would you want to? As wonderful and beautiful as women can be, why would you want to? Like, out of all of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of us own vehicles, right? And you and you know how it is. You got that vehicle, it look nice, you cleaning it, you buffing it out, you got, you might put a system in it, you got rims on there. The worst thing you will ever want with that car is for it to get a dent. Or get
Why? Because what? Why? Because what?
Because you don't want no damage.
It don't look like the same.
So
it don't look the same.
Right. Why would you want to damage something? Why would you want to damage your woman that way? Why would you want to? Don't make sense. And if you think that way, get help. Quick.
Fast. In a hurry.
But I ain't gonna keep going rambling on because brothers, my brothers, man. Man, I love y'all, man. Real talk, though.
Bro, we love you too, man. Yo, I'm glad we got this opportunity to talk about this, and I'm looking forward to talk about it some more, man.
That's real talk, man. You don't know what it means to have y'all here, bro. Like, it really means a lot to me. You know what I mean? To have y'all here on the show, doing what we doing right now, man, bro. It means a lot to me, bro. Like, I'm not waiting till tomorrow to say this, bro. I love y'all, man. I appreciate everything. I appreciate y'all being here, bro. Real talk.
Oh, man. We love you too, bro.
Love you, Jay. Love everybody. I ain't really want Ant here, but you know what I mean? I'm stuck when he, dude. I ain't really want Ant here. Right. Like, he here, I'm kind of stuck when I ain't really want Ant here, but he here, I'm kind of stuck with him.
I'm too big for people to move me. That's why. Big Ant, baby.
I'm about to say, look, I got this idea for Ant that I can't even tell him right now in the gym because it'll last another hour, and I know I got to start ironing my clothes for work. So
we ain't gonna hold y'all. We're gonna give y'all, as my man Dog say, we're gonna give y'all money back. We appreciate y'all. We'll do this again.
Hey, Jay, thank you for working at. Thank you for working that film for us, Jay. We appreciate that. Dog, thank you for responding. Cherie, I see in your comment too. We appreciate anybody, the comments and that they want to say it again. We appreciate our support. And everybody that watched tonight, tell them about the future nights that we're going to try to have again, Philly Talk. We're going to try to have at least another 2. Might be 3, but we're trying to have 2. But this is the first beginning so we can get it off our chest because we never got it off our chest. And as Duke said, he was away when it happened. He had nobody. Ronnie didn't want to talk about it. And y'all seen that Ronnie has been on his show for about a year and a half. And Ronnie has not talked about it. You can see it still was emotional. So I think for us to get together and support each other on this, it was able to kind of pass the rope to them, you know what I mean? And let them swing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And I'm saying that because Robin used to jump rope and they made to wear the little
the little white outfit up there, and they would go and jump. Remember that they was a step team and all that, so that's why I
You
said
know
what I
it.
said. But yeah, but we appreciate everybody's moment and sitting with us and through this, and hopefully y'all sit through the rest so we can raise this money, y'all. We appreciate y'all. And, love
All
y'all
right.
all.
Y'all
Love
very
y'all.
much. And for
All right.
me, again, we out of here. Appreciate y'all very, very much. God bless each and one of y'all. Always make God first. My brother Duke, my brother Ant. Fantacular, man. Appreciate you so much, man. Like, bro, you holding it down in the background. I like that. That rhyme. You holding it down in the background.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we
I
get
mean,
down.
and I mean, I know you got things you got to do too, man. But I appreciate you coming in and doing this for us, bro. It really helped a whole lot, man. And helping us paint, give the audience an idea of what we were dealing with. And I held this thing in for so long, man. I avoided this conversation. I tried to avoid it
Yeah.
every single day, bro. And real quick, I'm gonna get off here soon, but I sat in when all of this took place, and I'll emphasize a little bit more in the next time we talk about it, man. But I was really dealing with this hard, bro. Like, Ant know because he know I was like when I say like Duke was looking for somebody to be around. I ain't want to be around nobody, bro. I just kind of just like
Yeah. He kind of was in a distant mind. Like it was almost like if I ain't giving a call, I don't know if he was on the road. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. I mean, I felt like that's how it was. Like I need to talk to him because I feel like if he ain't, he getting on the road, and I need to be making sure, no, you ain't going nowhere because we need to sit here. You know what I mean? At least to just kind of figure that how is he doing? You know what I mean? And we had to go through this together. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
he's
it.
our sister, man. We
Uh-huh.
definitely miss him. That was our sister. We miss him, man.
Yeah.
Y'all. Good night, y'all. I ain't going to go in the phone.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
All right, well, everybody, good night.
Good night, everybody.
Appreciate y'all, man. Until next week, hang in there.
Mhm.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.